The 2025 NFL Draft has just delivered one of its biggest surprises, and it came courtesy of the Dallas Cowboys. With the 12th overall pick, the Cowboys have selected Alabama offensive lineman Tyler Booker, sending shockwaves throughout the NFL and sparking instant debate among fans and analysts alike. Was this a reach? A genius move? Or did Dallas just make the pick that could save their entire season? Let's break it down. Going into the draft, the Cowboys had multiple glaring needs. The offensive line was arguably at the top of that list. With Tyron Smith leaving in free agency and questions about the long-term health of the line, Dallas knew they had to reinforce the trenches. But most mock drafts had them leaning toward a tackle like J.C. Latham or a defensive stud like Jajon Newton. Instead, they shocked everyone by going with Tyler Booker, a name many expected to go late in the first or even early in the second round. So why did the Cowboys make this move? First, let's talk about who Tyler Booker is. Standing 6'5", 335 pounds, this man is an absolute mauler in the trenches. He's quick off the snap, powerful in both pass protection and the run game, and brings the kind of tenacity you want in a franchise guard. He was a dominant force at Alabama, earning all SEC honors and drawing praise from Nick Saban as one of the most coachable, physical linemen he's ever developed. But more importantly, he fits exactly what Dallas needs right now: interior toughness. The Cowboys' offensive line last season struggled to protect Dak Prescott, especially up the middle. The lack of interior push hurt the run game and left the quarterback vulnerable on key downs. Booker changes that dynamic immediately. He's not a flashy pick. He's not a skilled position player that'll rack up fantasy points or headline highlight reels. But he's the type of pick that wins football games. He's the type of player that helps keep your franchise quarterback upright. He's the type of player who gives Tony Pollard or whoever lines up in the backfield those critical lanes to explode through. In short, he's the type of pick that could very well save the Cowboys' season. But make no mistake, this move came with risk. Drafting a guard at 12 isn't common. It bucks the trend. Most teams wait until later in the first or second round to address interior line play. But Jerry Jones and Will McClay clearly saw something in Booker that made them believe this was the guy. The message is loud and clear: Dallas is going back to basics. They're building from the inside out. And it's not just about Booker's skill. It's about his attitude. He brings fire. He brings leadership. He brings a championship mindset from a program that expects to win every Saturday, and he's bringing that expectation to Sundays in Arlington. Early reactions across the league are mixed. Some analysts love the pick. They see it as a foundational move, something smart teams do when they're serious about winning now and in the future. Others question whether Booker could have been had later in the first round, and if the Cowboys missed an opportunity to trade back and pick up extra assets. But when you believe you have your guy, sometimes you don't play the waiting game. You make the move, and you don't look back. Let's also not ignore the ripple effect this pick has. With Booker sliding in at left guard or potentially right guard depending on where Tyler Smith lines up, the Cowboys now have one of the most physical, aggressive young interiors in the NFL. That gives Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy more flexibility in the run game. It gives Dak more time in the pocket. And it gives the entire team a tone setter up front. This also reshapes the rest of the Cowboys' draft strategy. With the interior line addressed, Dallas can shift their focus to cornerback, linebacker, or wide receiver in round 2. There's now more flexibility, more options, more opportunity to fill gaps with high-impact talent. Fans may have been hoping for a splashy name, a highlight machine wide out, or a big-time edge rusher. But instead, the Cowboys opted for substance over sizzle. And as we've seen time and time again, those are the kinds of moves that build Super Bowl contenders. Booker's arrival also adds much-needed depth. Injuries have plagued the Cowboys' O-line in recent years, And having someone who can play multiple positions, Booker has experience at both guard spots and has even cross-trained at tackle, is invaluable. The real question now is, will this pick be enough to push the Cowboys over the hump? Last season ended in disappointment. The talent was there, but the execution wasn't. Too often, the offense sputtered at critical moments. Drives stalled. Red zone efficiency dipped. That starts in the trenches. And with Booker now in the fold, Dallas has taken a major step toward fixing those issues. Of course, he's still a rookie. There will be growing pains. Adjusting to NFL speed, adapting to complex defensive schemes, and finding chemistry with the rest of the line won't happen overnight. But if his college tape is any indication, Booker is more than ready to rise to the challenge. One more thing to keep in mind: this pick sends a message to the rest of the NFC East. Dallas isn't messing around. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders have all made moves to get tougher up front. The Cowboys are responding in kind. They're saying, we're here. We're physical. And we're not going to be pushed around anymore. This draft is far from over. But the Cowboys have already made a statement. By taking Tyler Booker at 12, they've prioritized protection, physicality, and long-term stability. And that might just be the foundation they need to finally break through and chase that elusive 6th Super Bowl title. Stay locked and we'll be tracking every move, every trade, and every pick right here. Let's go, Cowboys fans. The future starts now.